Hello, you guys. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's 10:24, almost 10:30. Until I have my vehicle to choose a church of my own, well, I'm going to be doing my own work with God on social media as I choose because I'm a free bird. With that being said, I wanted to come on here and make a public announcement. Yes, I love to do those. I know a lot of you hate them. Some of you love them. Some of you are cheering me on, and some of you are like, oh God, what is she going to say this time? Well, I was inspired right now to come forward with this story because it's very important that the world knows what happened to Shirley Booth. Yes, one of my mamas, Shirley. She advocated for me when my own mothers wouldn't. No offense to my mother Mary because, well, she was under the D as well. Dorky. Shirley is an amazing woman who's also in hiding because of lies that were bestowed upon her. Do you guys see the trend here? Lies that have been bestowed upon people, that people listen to with their ears instead of seeing it with their eyes, okay? So I just want to tell you guys what happened when I was 18. When I was 18, living in Arkansas with, well, we're not going to mention that because, well, history likes to repeat itself and I don't want to do that. So I was given a call from my mother, Mary. I was working at Walmart in Rantoul. I never worked at that one, but I am from Rantoul too. See how that gets mixed up sometimes? I was working at the Walmart in Russellville, Arkansas. It was my third job ever that I had legally on paper in my own name with my own social security number. So the first job I had, I already told you guys, was at the Subway in the Pilot gas station. Yeah, that job was rough, you guys. I've already mentioned that. You can go back and look if you'd like, but basically I was fired because of truck drivers not liking what I had to say to them. For example, there was one time, and mind you, I'm 17 at this point. My hair is very short because I had cut it all off to run away from Dorothy, but I still never got to escape her until now, until Christmas Eve. Thank you, Jesus, for that beautiful gift because it was the best gift you could have ever given me. Just want to make my thanks to that now. And we're going to get back to Shirley here soon because her story needs to be heard too, especially because of what happened to her and her daughter Heather, which was not okay. But first, we're going to do a little comedy here because that's what I love to do, you guys. Comedy. It's one of my favorites because it's truth and reality, and, well, it can be very funny. So at Subway, I'm working there, and let me just tell you guys, there were so many different buses that came through there. I mean, Rascal Flatts bus came in through there one time. WWF, like wrestling and stuff like that, came through there. I got to see so many amazing people. I think Loretta Lynn even came through that truck stop because it was right off the interstate, and it was Pilot or the Flying J. Only the Pilot gas station was literally right off the interstate. Hi, King UD. How you doing? I was at the Pilot gas station instead of the Flying J because the Flying J, you kind of had to go off the interstate a little bit to get to. So, of course, people don't like to wait because they don't have patience. So they just go to the first stop, which was the Pilot. That's where I worked at. So I used to make these oatmeal cookies fresh for one of my drivers, my truck drivers that would come through. And he was always so nice to me, always appreciative, always respected me. Amazing person. I don't even remember his name, but hey, kudos. I love that. I loved it. Until there was another stranger danger, you guys, stranger danger, was also in line. And I had just gotten out this guy's nice, warm, fresh baked cookies. And he, was joking, and I was joking because it's okay to joke about things. And I was like, with me and my sassy self, and my regular customer was like, oh, I'm just giving her a hard time to this other stranger danger. And the stranger danger said out loud to me, well, I sure wasn't going to give her a soft time. I was 17, you guys. And you know what I did? I just looked at him and I said, do you talk to your mama with that mouth? because I don't appreciate that. Oh, he got mad. Oh, did he get mad? Ran to my bosses, said some lies about me. That was my first offense, you guys, was speaking up for myself. Well, then I met a guy who came in, and I said, hi, how are you doing today? What can I get for you? What can I help you with? And he literally looked me up and down and said, oh, you mean on the menu? Motherfucker, what the fuck did you... I literally looked at this man as calm as could be, and I said, well, sir, I don't know where you thought you were, but this is Subway and a Pilot gas station, and this isn't a Texas whorehouse. So, and I'm only 17. He didn't have a lot to say after that. Let's just say that. He didn't even get a sandwich, by the way. And I'm sure he ran to my managers and told on me. Told on me. Motherfucker, I'm telling on you. How dare you talk to me like that? Third. A guy came in. Weird as shit, you guys, but I love the weirdos. I'm just saying. I like the people that are different, that are misunderstood. The left, the forgotten, the abandoned, for a reason. This gentleman comes in, hippie as fuck, you guys. Awesome dude. Don't even know his name. Had red hair. He was so full of energy. I loved it. But he was telling me things that I couldn't believe because of the lies that were bestowed upon me. Because he was talking about watermelon and how watermelon is God's favorite fruit. I hate watermelon, you guys. I do. I don't like it. I've tried it, and I've tried it a million times over and over and over again just to see if I'm going to like it again, but I just don't like it. Maybe I should try it again today. Maybe that's something I should do, because I always try again. Like Aaliyah says, try again. I'm always going to try again. But he had a suitcase. By the way, I'm also showing you guys that I'm eating breakfast. I'm eating some biscuits and gravy that my bodyguard made for me, and he's an amazing cook, by the way. Not to be confused with Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston, as we have already spoke about, because if you have not looked up that YouTube video that I told you to of Whitney Houston with the screaming goats, trust me, you will not be sorry. Go look it up, because you will crack up. That's my Whitney Houston for him. I'm his muse. He suffers from depression. We're working it out. Anyway, so back to my story about this guy with all of his tricks. He had a spiffy briefcase, you guys, which my best friend Wendy will know what I mean when I say spiffy briefcase, because it's just everybody, you know. I have a spiffy briefcase, but mine's not a briefcase. It's my court bag. My court bag with all my evidence in there, because I can't wait to see y'all bitches in court. Anyway, moving on. So this gentleman told me that red was God's favorite color. Oh, he just mentioned a whole bunch of things about God, and I'm just sitting here like, you are something else, but I love your energy. Like, I don't believe you, but I love your energy. I love that for you. So then, while I worked here, I was dating my first, my older son's dad. And when we started dating, I was 16 or 17. You guys, I don't even remember. I know it was 16 or 17. It was 2003. I had just left Rantoul because, well, I almost didn't graduate, you guys, because I hated my life with Dorky. I tried to run away from her a million times, literally. And the whole world knows it. At least now they do. And my family, they all knew it too. They all knew what I'm saying. Everybody. Especially Shirley Booth and her daughter Heather. Because when my dad left Dorky and went to go be with Shirley, because she understood him and appreciated him and other things. Well, Dorky had the biggest bonfire you've ever seen in your life, except for it wasn't the first time. Do you remember me saying how she burnt my things every time my mother had to send my things to her from her house because she was in trouble? Yeah, my things were burnt and taken from me too my entire life, from my family, from my mother, from my father. She kept all of this stuff, you guys, that I've been sharing with you. She kept it, and it wasn't hers to keep. Oh, she can call it safekeeping. Oh, honey dear, I just did this to protect you. No, you did it to trap me, so you could try to keep me when I was not yours to keep. So yes, she took everything that was in the pool house. And I was there. I seen it with my own eyeballs. A sheriff showed up as well that day. And she literally burnt everything in that pool house that belonged to Shirley Booth and her daughter, Heather, including all of their family memories, including social security numbers, including birth certificates. You know, it's one thing to have vengeance and to take it out on a woman who you think stole your husband. It's another thing to burn all of their things, especially a 13-year-old child's belongings that you burnt out of hate and vengeance. Can they get those back? What did they have to do to rediscover their identity that you burnt of theirs? I'm just curious, because that's been happening to me for 37 years, having to change my identity over and over and over again because somebody kept taking it from me. I can see that there's some people online here that are very big fans of Dorky, and I am not sorry. I will not apologize anymore for my truth and what happened to me, because it was not okay. It did not make me fine. It did not make me okay. It actually caused me severe health issues my entire life, including kidney function. Let's go back to that, because when I was in Smart Start, where the pictures you have seen from Urbana, I was out of school for over a week because I kept telling Dorky that I was in pain. I could not use the bathroom. I was put on the back burner because she didn't have time to take me to the doctors. Sound familiar on what happened right before Christmas Eve? Because right before Christmas Eve, when I came to stay with her, I had to beg her 5 times to take me to the hospital to get fluids. Again, my kidneys. My kidneys are very strong, by the way. I actually have taken a mental health screening at Parkland this past week, and guess what my only issue is? That is only moderate, by the way. Eating. Because I want to eat everything I see now so that I can gain my weight back, because somebody tried to suck the soul right out of me. Wait, but she did a million times, over and over again. You know, I don't want anything that's left in her house now because they're just possessions. But, you know, it would be nice to have my things that are my memories that she's keeping from me. One in particular is my dad's wedding ring that he bought her, that she gave to me, that I wore when I got married to Andrew Harper. That's right. I married Andrew Harper with my father's ring that he gave my mother. And I got married on my grandpa Thomas Brownfield's birthday, November 1st. And she has that ring because she took it back from me. Oh, by the way, I don't have a TV right now, you guys. It's supposed to go right there. Guess who gave me one, though? My daddy. He gave me one the other day. I just haven't been able to put it up yet because I'm hoping to have my own home soon so I could put it in my own home. Because for Christmas last year, Dorothy bought me a Sony TV from Walmart on sale. Do you guys remember that post? Guess who took it back? Well, you see, when my niece's baby boy, who's so precious, accidentally broke his mother's TV, well, Dorothy needed a TV because she had to come and save the day. So she took my TV and gave it to her and didn't give me anything back. Oh, but wait, there's more. Do you know what I've received from her for gifts? I just want the whole world to know that for my birthday in 2020, I received a card that had used gift certificates in it. Yeah, gift certificates that came from the church. Gift certificates that were given to her. Oh, and how many cars have been given to her for me through the church? I can think of at least 3 or 4, but did I ever get them? Am I driving one of them? Have I used one of them to put as a down payment for a new vehicle? No, because she took them with false terms to say, hey, my daughter Leslie is such a mess with her life and she's on drugs and she does this and she does that. Can you help me help her? I never needed your fucking help. Obviously. That's why I am the way I am today, because I've had to do everything on my own every time you try to put me in my fucking grave. This is me going to pause for the cause and back off because it really makes me angry, obviously. Obviously, I get angry. But I am going to take that right now and show the world what I have learned about myself and what I have learned about my own Christianity that I discovered on my own with the help of my mentors and the people that actually believe in God. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to have anxiety. It's okay to be depressed when you lose a loved one. It is okay to say, I am not okay. But let me remind you guys, I actually am okay. And you want to know why? Because I finally have myself and my talents, and I'm not going to let anyone take them from me again because they were my gift from God, and I served my time. I have served my time, you guys. Through sweat, tears, blood, death. I mean, doesn't matter which way you look at it. So, I finally took Dorothy off my emergency contact at Carle Hospital, and guess what? I didn't die because I advocated for myself. But she has been on every single bank account. She's been on every single hospital place as my emergency contact. Tell me why in 2016, when I had my tubal ligation done at Carle Hospital with Dr. Dillard, and somebody used dirty tools, not sure who, doesn't matter because it's just one person, not the entire Carle Hospital. I want to make that very clear. I got septic. And a week and 2 days after my surgery, I ended up in the ER at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I was dying from septic. I tried to call Dorothy because she had both my children, because she used to always offer to watch my children from me, but in reality, she tried to steal my children from me as well because, well, she's filled my son Ethan's head with lies about me as well, along with Stevie, whatever you want to call her, because they are enemies of mine. And I would really appreciate it if people would stop bad-mouthing me without knowing me for themselves. Yeah, that would be really nice if you would stop cursing my name when you don't know a damn thing. So anyway, moving back to the time that I almost died for the billionth time at Carle Hospital from septic. You know who did answer my call that late at night? And I want to make this very clear. I'm going to slow this down for you guys. I was working at Goldie's. It was a Friday night? Wednesday night. You know, I remember what night it was, but either way, the weekend before that, I had went out with my friends to Clark Bar, my favorite place that is now demolished and destroyed, which makes me sad. So we're going to move on from that because it used to be Illusions too, and it used to be such an amazing place, and then this town ruined it. Thank you, Champaign, for everything you destroy all the time, because people don't know how to use things in moderation. Moderation is key, you guys. Moderation. You can't suffocate things that you love. You have to just appreciate them and love them like you would a flower. A flower, if you pick it, it dies, right? You gotta let it bloom first. You're welcome, Sanjay Shanara. Sanjay, did I say that right? I don't know. It's like a bunch of, you're welcome. So moving on from that, I almost died from getting my tubes tied because, well, I had been pregnant 5 times and I only have 2 children. One time I was pregnant with twins, fraternal twins. I will follow you after I am done with this live video. Got you. So my twins died because I wasn't healthy enough to carry them. And I knew that they were going to die because I knew something wasn't right. And when I tried to go to Carle Hospital, they did not believe me that I was even pregnant. They actually shunned me. So I said, fine. And I went to Christie Clinic. So I went to Christie Clinic and I got hooked up with Dr. McGregor and Dr. Cooper. Amazing, amazing staff, you guys, first of all. I cannot stress enough how important it is to go to a hospital that believes in God because, well, they're there for a reason. So Carle Hospital refused to believe me that I was pregnant. So I went to Christie Clinic. Went to Christie Clinic for my pregnancy with my younger son, Michael, and for my twins that I lost in 2012, I think it was. I was living on Eureka Street. And I was dating Deallan McDowell. We dated, he actually asked me out every single day for almost a year, you guys, when we worked at Penn Station together. And it was wrong of me to date him because I was his boss. So I'm just going to say that right now. We worked together as a team. He was one of my people that helped me with stuff that people wouldn't help me with. Me and him closed together every single day. He would ask me out and he'd be like, Leslie, you want to go get some ice cream? No, De'Allen, I'm good. Leslie, want to go see the movies? No, De'Allen, I'm good. He was younger than me, you guys. And so Rodney, a guy that I worked with at Penn Station too, because I worked there for over 3 years, you guys. I loved my job there. Rodney one day, and he's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I don't know where he's at right now. Last time I seen him, I think he was working at Taco Bell. So Rodney was like, Leslie, why you not give De'Allen a chance? You know he really likes you. And I said, because I already got one kid at home. I don't need another one. And Rodney yells at him in the back and goes, hey, De'Allen, Leslie said go wipe that Similac off your face. You guys, it was hilarious. Anyway, they convinced me, the whole team of Penn Station convinced me to give De'Allen a chance. So I did. And we didn't mesh well together. Our demons didn't mesh well together because, well, he was still a child and I was a mother and I wasn't trying to mother anybody. And that's been my issue in relationships that I've been in, is they look at me as a mother instead of their significant other. I'm done mothering. I'm not giving you any money. I'm not helping you save yourself. I can't do any of that. I have my own children to save, and save myself. Obviously, I can't even save my children. Right now, my older son is already 18. Like I said, he's talking to me, but barely, because of the lies that have been told about me that have been embedded in his head. He'll come around. I can't force that. Just know that I love my son, Ethan. I have died for him a million times. He has no idea what I have been through just to be here with him and not be wearing orange in prison. Okay? Just put that. Because like I already said before, I'll date the biggest dealer in town. I don't care. And I'm not going to turn you in. I'm not going to turn you into the police. I would only do it so that I could protect my son, to figure out what mess he's in right now so that I can protect him. Because that's what I do as a mother. I protect my children at all cost. All cost. So yes, bouncing back, we were at Penn Station. I also worked there with Wendy, my best friend. We were the A-team, you guys. We got shit done. And you know what's awesome is Garth Rees, however you say his last name, he owned Penn Station, and the one in Champaign, which I think he sold it off. The other guy who owns the one in Danville, well, let's tell a story about him, you guys, because that's why I ended up leaving Penn Station. I think his name is Ron. I don't really remember, but I know that he still manages the one in Danville. So let's talk about that for a minute, because I got moved from my home store in Champaign to the one on campus. So let's talk about why. There was a girl named Tanya. I don't remember her last name right now, but let me just tell you, she looks like that person from Critters. Yeah. I know that's mean. Sorry, not sorry. Because she lied on a man who was the father of her kids, and lied and said that he touched her children, and he went to prison for a long time. I don't know if it was true or not. I just know that bitches be lying. They be tripping. They be tripping over that dick that they wanted that they couldn't have anymore. And I'm not one of those. I ain't tripping over no dicks, y'all. Fuck that. You can take it. Take your bag of dicks. Take it somewhere else. I don't care. Hey, Pamela. Sorry I missed you last night. Next time. Love you, boo. Hi, Tammy. Love you too. You're one of my moms. You can testify to all of this if you wanted to, and you don't even have to testify. You can just write in the comments and say, yes, that happened. Because I'm pretty sure that Dorothy is the one that told you that I was a crackhead back when I was married to Harper, and that's why my friend Kaylee wouldn't even talk to me. Kaylee Reiners. Yeah, I know, because I had a conversation with her, and she said, oh, I just kept my distance from you because I was told that you were on drugs and you were this and this and this and that. And I'm like, what? The only person that talked to Tammy at that time was Dorky. I have never, ever in my life done ecstasy. I have never, ever done heroin. I have never, ever done shrooms. I have never, ever done heroin, all of those things. Crystal meth, none of them. You want to know why? Because I grew up watching my family doing it and watching it destroy their fucking lives because they weren't advocating for me because they were too busy getting high. Okay? Do I smoke weed sometimes? Yes, but I haven't even smoked weed now, and I don't know how long because I don't have my own personal space to be free to do what I want. I also don't smoke when I'm working. I only smoke weed on my own free fucking time, and that is my right because I'm 37 fucking years old, okay? Moving on from that, because sometimes I get distracted, you guys, because I really can't make this shit up. This is my life. This is what has happened to me. And I'm really glad that I finally opened up my fucking eyes. And one of the reasons why, I'd lose my stuff. It's from my favorite book. And it's called The Third Eye by Lois Duncan. Ooh, I found it. I found it, you guys. I just gotta make sure I don't make a mess on my bed full of shit. This book right here is my favorite book. It was my favorite book as a child. I also loved the book Mandy. It was about a orphan girl who lived in a tower in a house with a wall around her, and she wasn't allowed to go past that wall, and she sat in that tower and dreamed about being free and what was on the other side. This book by Lois Duncan, it says, when Karen closes her eyes, the visions come. Through time and space, Karen sees a place where stolen children sleep. She would rather forget these frightening visions, but when a young policeman asks for her help finding kidnapping victims, she has no choice. She has to use her second sight or the children may never go home again. Hello? Hi? I have a third eye, and I don't care who thinks I'm crazy for it, because that's what I've been doing my entire life is, protecting children and helping children get home. Advocated amenity. That's why I created it. Because I was a child who was stolen, who is still waiting for my forever home by myself. Because all my bank accounts are frozen right now. Because of higher up people that are corrupt with money that keep trying to keep my money from me. What was that commercial, you guys? The widget, look, it's my money and I want it now commercial. I don't remember. Let's use the collect call version where people had to do collect calls to be like, hey, it's Bob, we had a baby, it's a boy. Y'all remember that commercial? Because that shit was hilarious. So funny. Anyway, if you haven't read this, please do. It is an amazing book, and it's about a mother who has the same talents, who didn't want her daughter to know about her talents because the world wasn't ready to listen. And they shunned her, so they had to keep moving from town to town because the second people found out that she had this third eye, well, what do you think? People think I'm crazy for that. Okay, think I'm crazy. I don't care anymore because maybe I am. What fucking happened to me? But I can see things. I can feel them. I can create music. I can create art. I can be funny with different things. Do you guys want to do one of these with me? Since you're not at church and you're here with me. This is a game, Rolling Stones, because who doesn't love the Rolling Stones, you guys? Rock and roll party game. I wanted to play this with somebody, but I didn't have anybody to play it with me, so I'll just play it by myself. So we're just going to randomly pick a card right now. An artist. Ooh, vintage, side one. Marvin Gaye, you guys. What song do you guys like by Marvin Gaye? You guys can put it in the comments if you want. I'm trying to think of some that I like by him, but honestly, my mind's blank right now when it comes to Marvin Gaye. It's because it's love songs, huh? It's all about sex. I try to avoid that kind of stuff because of Dorky. She made me feel like it was bad or wrong. You know, when you watch porn at like 5 years old with your sisters because they're curious and you're the youngest one, it kind of scars you for life. Just saying. I saw things I never wanted to see at a young age that terrified me about sexual things. That's some truth. Ooh, head to head. Songs from musicals. You guys, I never really liked musicals, but I actually love them at the same time. It's just they're really corny. But mine would be Crybaby. I've already said this. Crybaby, that movie with Johnny Depp. It's one of my favorites. Hatchet Face. Dorky. Actually, she didn't even get the credit for Hatchet Face because Hatchet Face is way more beautiful than she is. Burn. That 70s show. All right, let's pick another one. Yes, 1980s. I'm a 1980s baby. See how this is working out? Joan Jett. Pamela, this one's for you. Because you always sing, you're a heartbreaker, dream maker. Yep, Joan Jett and the Runaways. because I'm a cherry bomb, right? God, I love the Runaways too. There's Lita Ford. Right now, I'm just going to say, Lita Ford, you are my inspiration for this right here. You are the inspiration for my electric guitar that is waiting for me at the Gold Rush shop that I put money down on. Alanis Morissette, you are the reason why I play the flute, which I can still play it, you guys. I just got this the other day, and I put this thing all together, and I went to go play it because I did a solo. I did a float solo. I did a flute solo in Tolono at one of my concerts when I was in band. And let me just tell you, I still don't know how to read music. I started teaching myself how to read music this past year when I taught myself how to play the piano, which I can play now. I don't have it plugged in because I need more plugins and stuff right now. And I'm actually borrowing my son's piano because, well, I generously gave mine away to Stevie for Maddie because he hears the music too, and he needed a way to express himself because he's in a battle between two parents, and he has a lot of mental health issues because of it. I pray every day for Maddie, especially since I can't see him now, because, well, Stevie has my ring that I bought myself, my American Legion women's ring. She also put a protection spell in her freezer to keep Justin and I apart, by the way. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? I mean, because, like, I try really hard not to believe in that kind of stuff, but you kind of have to, right? I mean, look at the world right now. Look at what I'm telling you. The third eye, everything I know. She cursed my relationship with Justin, and she has it in her freezer. Unless she's removed it now because, well, she did call the cops on me. Told them that I stole her Tiffany necklace, which isn't worth shit. And I wasn't going to sell it because I was just going to see what it was worth, because right now I have text messages that prove that she thinks she owes her life to Dorothy. All because Stevie was in the system as well. Her parents, her mother, Robin, oh, if I could get my hands on her. Stevie was the first one that Robin adopted. And Robin hasn't worked a day in her life. She lives in Florida. And she's collected kids, other people's kids, her entire life. She just adopted another one because the second they get to about 2 or 3 years old, she decides that she needs a new baby in the house. And her husband's literally dying from working his ass off to try and provide her dream for her while she's toxic as shit. Yeah. A lot to take on there, but poor Stevie, she's a lost soul right now, thinking that she owes her soul to the devil, Dorky, because she always offers to help people and then makes them pay them back. Let's talk about the $10,500 on my student loan accounts right now that I'm in default for right now from not being able to make my first payments due to what happened to me, that I used to pay court fees for Brian Danner, my ex-husband who fucking lied to me. He lied to me, and the fact that David Moore, lawyer here in town, has evidence that he could bring forward in court, that he could have brought forward in court with Judge Sam Limentato when he was there, but didn't because he's stealing money and embezzling money on the poor, unfortunate souls of Champaign County, because he did it to me too. When I hired him back in 2008 is when I hired David Moore. I gave him a check for $1,500 that came out of my settlement from that accident that I was in that almost took my life. And just so that he could file a piece of paper for me so that jurisdiction could be switched from Arkansas to here, because Arkansas made that judgment themselves to switch it here. I did not ask for that. I was going to court in Arkansas because that is where my son was born, and I am all about due process. Arkansas made that judgment call on their own. So I needed somebody to file paperwork here to get me started and into court. David Moore took my $1,500, filed that one piece of paper, and that was it, and never did anything else for me. I never got any money back because I got Land of Lincoln to help me. Let me tell you what Land of Lincoln did to me. Haha, yeah, let's go there. I had Brian Dampier at first, loved him. I don't know what happened to him, but he removed himself off my case, and I got somebody named Valerie Williams, I think it was. Valerie Williams is the one who told me that since I was engaged to Andrew Harper and I lived with him and was a single mother and didn't work, that it would look better in the court's eyes if we were married. Well, guess what? I would do anything for my kids, and I planned a wedding in less than 2 weeks and got married at the VFW in Urbana to Andrew Harper, even though I wasn't ready to get married, and I wore a black dress and I tried to jump out of the car on the way there. I didn't want to get married. I felt pressured to get married because I was doing anything I could to protect my son. Because his father tried to make videos of me out and about on my own time when I used to go to the high dive and party and live my life as my own person, where my son was never in danger. I was the first person my son saw when he woke up in the morning. I was the last person my son saw before he went to bed at night, no matter what Dorothy or Carrie says. Yes, they offered to help me when I wanted to go out here and there because I couldn't be a mother 24/7, because who can do that? Please answer me that. Who can be a mother literally 24/7 and not still have their own identity? I was forced to be a mother 24/7. I was forced to work 2 and 3 jobs at a time. When I worked at Penn Station, yes, Pamela, Valerie fucking sucks. She literally told me that I had to marry that man in order to save my fucking child, and it was bullshit. Exactly. Right now, David Moore is the lawyer for Stephanie Schnepper and Amberly Shilechty. And let me tell you this, I have all the evidence to prove what Josh Dome did to Stephanie Schnepper because I witnessed it with my own eyes, and I tried to save her from it when I called the fucking cops on him when he beat the fuck out of her when he found out she was pregnant. That's what he did to her. Second of all, Amberly, she has a video, the first CAC video that was taken, because there's 2, but nobody discovered the first one. Why wasn't that brought out in court first? Why didn't, Brian King? Why didn't he bring that one out first? How many lawyers has Amberly had now? At least 3, because they didn't want to fucking listen to her because she didn't have money. It's bullshit. There is a video out there right now of my sweet Alea girl who told these people what happened to her. But the problem is it wasn't rape. It was molestation, which is very hard to prove. Brian Danner, oh, I know he did, because I had that feeling about him when I dated him back in 2014, and instead of dealing with it, I left because he let one of his friends. Oh, yeah, people don't want to know what I know. Let's see here, Tasha from Sydney, no, Seidel and her husband. I do not remember his name right now, probably for good reason. But see, he came to my house and his wife was at home with their kids, and he was partying or something, working on a truck that he had in our garage, because we used to own that big ass house off of 45, like the big ass house with, I can't remember the address right now, but there's a big old pool. It's right next to the little trailer park that's right there that I have friends that live there too. And oh wait, like that's where I met Harper. That's where he was staying with Drollinger, Andy Drollinger, who was also wrongfully accused. And I was there too to witness all of that for his kids that are being taken from him, because I also advocated for him because he was one of my best friends, is still. We went to high school together. The lies and manipulation that everybody have said about my family and everybody around here is just disgusting, you guys. It's fucking gross. And there's a video of Sweet Alea telling these people in an interview exactly what happened to her and what the room looked like and what the colors were and what had happened. And I've tried to tell people, but they won't listen. Or maybe they are and they're doing due process. I just hope something happens soon. Because the fact that that man violated his daughter and she's with him right now without me there to protect her, because he hasn't let me see them since I left him because he was afraid that I would expose him. And I want to just tell you guys now that the kids have lice. I have talked to the people, Anakin's teacher aide, and she asked me questions because Anakin comes to school now and they have to do this because he smells bad. They found fleas in his hair. Why hasn't St. Joe School District called DCFS? Aren't you a mandated reporter? This is what I don't understand, you guys. Oh, wait, and another thing, the kids don't have medical insurance. As of October of this past year, they do not have medical insurance because they've been on my medical this entire time because Brian has never tried to get them on their own. So this whole time, I've been legally responsible, but not legally responsible for these kids. And quite honestly, it makes me fucking livid. Makes me livid to know. Okay, here's some paperwork, you guys. Notice of decision, State of Illinois, Leslie Carlson Danner. For my supplemental nutrition thing that I have. Right here, the persons listed below are not eligible for SNAP benefits anymore because, well, I'm not married to Brian anymore. Do you see those names right there? You don't need to see the rest of it. Alea and Anakin, right there. I'm the one that protected them. I'm the one that got them assistance. I'm the one that got them medical insurance because Brian doesn't have medical insurance because he doesn't even take care of himself. He does not have medical insurance with his job. Here's another notice of decision beginning September 2022. I was not able to get food stamps, which, whatever, for good reason. Medical benefits. The persons listed in this table below are eligible for ongoing medical benefits. Do you see all of my children there, including myself? That does not include Brian Danner. He took me from those kids, and I tried so hard to get him to listen to me and let me advocate for those kids to have a relationship with their mother, but he didn't want the truth to come out because, well, he didn't want me to know the truth the first time we were together. But let me just tell you this. When we dated the first time, he was a fucking drunk. He drank Bud Light every single day, all day long. He didn't take care of himself. I'm pretty sure he shit his pants a few times, but you know what? Like, I'm not one to judge. Whatever. We all have our times. It's cool. But what's not cool is the fact that every time at night when you would try to get up on me and try to ass rape me, and I'd have to tell you no because I would say no. That is one thing I'm good at, you guys, is saying no. I just want to say in most of my marriages, I don't have sex for good reason. Oh, as a matter of fact, when I got married the first time, I didn't even have sex on my wedding night. Oh, when I got married the second time, I didn't have sex that night either because Harper passed out in the fucking car, in Glenn's car, who has passed away now, in Goldie's parking lot by 10:30 at night. Yeah, I ended up finishing partying that one by myself, getting shit-faced because I didn't want to get drunk, or I didn't want to get drunk in the first place. I didn't, but I didn't want to get married in the first place. Another thing for truth here is this. This is everything I need to prove that I was under distress when I was adopted and my entire life because they're my birth certificates. Yes, I told you guys I had more than one. So my first birth certificate, let's see here. This is my stamped one that I got that I had to fight for myself because Dorothy never gave me my property when I turned 18. Oh, wait, that's right. She told me that before I was 18, I didn't own anything. So when I moved away at 16 to move to Arkansas, I didn't get to take any of my things with me except for what I got from my mother, not including my car. I never got to take my car that was bought for me for $1,200, my Buick Park Avenue. It was an 87, and Shirley can testify to that too because she drove it after I left. And actually, my grandma gave me a car, a Saturn, a 1996 red Saturn. She threw a rod in the engine, and it was stick shift. And my dad was going to fix it, and it was supposed to be for me. But then my dad fixed it, and Dorothy decided it was hers. So then my dad went and found the Buick Park Avenue for me that was baby blue, and it was beautiful. It was a boat. I loved that thing. Made me feel safe. Did a lot of country driving in that thing. But when I left, I couldn't take it with me either because I was a minor, and I didn't own anything, even the gifts that were given to me from other people. I didn't own anything. So this birth certificate has a stamp on it right there for March 18th, you guys. 2019. This is the first time that I ever had an actual legal birth certificate of my own, and I had to advocate for myself and contact Arkansas to get it. I just want to put that out there. Oh, but then look, I moved from Florida to come back home because my favorite Uncle Gary was dying, and I still have a hard time saying that out loud because, gosh darn it. That one hurts. He's my mom's twin. He's my best friend. He was always my best friend. When we lost Uncle Tommy, Uncle Gary and I got together every year on his anniversary, every year on his birthday. It was me and Uncle Gary. We would take a shot of wild turkey together. We would sit there and listen to Ozzy Osbourne and Guns N' Roses, and we would make up our own lyrics to it all, and we would drive my Mother Mary fucking crazy at her house, in her kitchen. Yes, because we would be sitting there doing our wild and thing, you know, whatever, and having a fucking blast. And every time I ran out of gas, he's the one that came and got me, never asked for anything back. Every time my car went broke, something happened, threw a rod. Not my Cavalier. Yeah, it was a Chevy Cavalier that I had, and it was blue. They used to make fun of me and say that because I would sit out there in my car before I could drive it, and they'd be like, Leslie's out there looking the windows. And I'm like, actually, I'm not, but if you want me to, I will, if it'll make you laugh. Oh, Ethan's dad's arrived, you guys. Everybody say hi to Josh. Thank you, Josh, for keeping my stuff safe in your house, and I'll be by soon to get the rest of my stuff if you have any more of my stuff there, because that would be great. Okay, and so this is my new birth certificate with Dorky on it, which I want removed. I want her removed off of this because she stole my identity. She's the one that pressured me to do this. The only reason why I did it was because I needed the Carlson last name, and now you know why. This is dated for October 22nd, 2020. See the dates on these two, you guys? That's all the proof I need. State's attorney, here I come, honey. Oh, because I'm coming. Didn't believe me about Trio, about being a part of that. Well, look, I'm right on there. I'm right there. Do you see me? Do you see me right there? I love my Trio team, and I love Parkland College because they helped save me. I've been going there since 2003, you guys. I have never went to any other college. I started going there my junior year in high school because I actually was doing really good my junior year. I made really good grades, and then they started failing because of Dorothy, because she would not let me escape her. So you can apply for Trio services, you guys, by the way. If you want to go back to school, even if you're old as fuck, you can, because they'll help you. They promote equity, and college persistence and completion, you guys. This is for anybody. You can be eligible if you are a full-time student and plan to graduate from Parkland College. Bam, that's easy. You have an academic need, which could mean one or more of these things. You placed into any developmental course under 100 level. So if you go back to school and you rank in the 99s or below, or like me with math, which was like 60 because, well, Dorky did that to me too. I'm actually really good at math, by the way. I just have to get her out of my head to be able to do it. You have failed a college class. Who's failed a college class that wants to go back to school? You can go to Parkland. You can even go to Parkland online and pay out-of-state tuition, by the way. You need help raising your grade. Hey, does anybody need a tutor? Because, hey, like, I even offer tutoring even when I'm not there. I mean, that's what I do. But they have great tutors in there. David's John. Those are the only two I remember right now that are still there, because I don't know if I've met the newer ones. Amazing people. John, he's super young, and he already oh my gosh, he went to the U of I. He is so smart, like hacker smart, but like in a good way, because he doesn't do things he's not supposed to. David, he's an older man. He is so smart. He's the one that gave me all the tools I needed for math. He helped me in a way that taught me how to make my own mind, discover my own way to figure out math, which I love. That's why I succeeded at Trio at Parkland College so far, you guys. That's why I'm only 33 hours away from my bachelor's. And I have 17 credits this semester, which means, can you do the math? 33 minus 17 credits to get my bachelor's degree. And I'm so doing it, because then I'm going for my PhD. Yes, love it. Okay, back to this. You lack educational or career goals. Do you not know what you want to be yet? It's okay if you're 40 or 50 and you don't know, because your life's not over yet. You have been out of school for 5+ years. So let me make that clear. If you got financial aid and it's been over 5 years, guess what? There's something called forgiveness. And guess what? Even if it hasn't been 5 years and you've never asked for forgiveness, you can come back and apply and fill out a paper, and you can ask for forgiveness with an essay that explains what your situation was, what your situation is now and your goals on how you want to achieve your goals now, because I did it, and I didn't even do it once. I did it twice and got approved. I actually just did it again, but third time, you know, strike, you're out. So I'm paying for my education now out of pocket, and I'm fine with that because it's worth it. Especially since I have $10,500 worth of student debt for lawyer fees that were paid on Dorothy's Oleo card to Ellen Beatty, who is amazing, by the way. I will never shun that woman. That woman is a beast. That woman is a pit bull in that courtroom for good reason. And I support her 100%. Just like I support Sam Limentato, who also I believe is still an attorney, since he got thrown off the judge's seat because, well, politics suck, you guys. He is the best judge I have ever met in my entire fucking life. I'm just going to tell you that, because his morals and his dignity and his values are what matter. Okay, you are in an ESL class. Does anybody know what that means? I'm just curious. Curious right now. Look it up. I'm not going to do all your homework for you. You meet one or more eligibility requirements. You are a first-generation college student. Neither parent has a bachelor's degree. Guess what? Neither one of my parents has a bachelor's degree. And there's a tree that I showed you guys the other day at Parkland, and I'm going to be on it. But I'm not just going to be on that tree. My face is going to be on the leaderboard. My face is going to be everywhere you look and see, because I own Advocated Amenity. I created it myself. You're welcome. Because that's what I like to do, is give to other people and show people their own potential, because everybody's beautiful if they're not an asshat. Okay? Okay. You have financial aid need. You are eligible for Pell Grant. If you're eligible for Pell Grant, you guys, you can have Trio help you. Guess what? We get to go on free trips. That's one of the biggest perks. They took me literally to Chicago. We went to Chicago, free trip. All I had to do was get a ride to Parkland. They paid for our wonderful lunch. I mean, like, amazing food. Amazing experience. I got to go to the art museum there, which I need to go back because I didn't have time to view everything that I wanted to. And there is a clock there that I need to get a picture of because, well, I feel very drawn to it and I can remember it in my head and I just want to see it in the flesh again. And you are registered with Parkland's Accessibility Service Office. So if you have a disability and you are with the accessibility office, like you have an IEP or anything like that, we can help you guys. I helped remember that story? I helped a student who was in the vet program and their teacher was not doing their job by abiding by their IEP. Guess who stepped in to help with that? Hi, my name's Leslie. Let's see here. Walmart. I worked for Walmart when I lived here last year. They are great. Don't get me wrong, but they put me in the customer service desk, and well, that can be overwhelming for me, especially when people take advantage of me. This is for CCC Storage Company. I have not forgotten about you. I just want to let you know. St. Joseph, Illinois, I have not forgotten about you. This man, they helped me get a storage unit when I left Brian Danner because I had to have somewhere to put all my stuff so it would be safe because, well, Dorothy steals all my shit if I let her take control. She takes literally whatever of mine that she wants. And then gets mad at me if I give away any of my stuff to anybody else. Oh, gets really mad, by the way. I owe them $520, which actually I only owe them, I want to say $420. $420 now. $420 now. Do you see that? This happened to me because I got all my shit out of this storage unit on December 9th when I got my place in Sydney. And then I gave the keys to Alan Gillespie, however the fuck you say his gawking ass last name. And he was dating Stevie Hosmer at the time. And he put his kid's stuff in that storage unit so that he didn't lose it. But then he never went and got his stuff. Well, I didn't have a vehicle because I sold them my vehicle because it wasn't trustworthy and I wasn't going to drive around in it with my kid in the car. That's the car that I installed the transmission lines in myself, by the way. But then my ex-husband drove it to shit and never took care of it. So, well, that's what I get is people's shit that they don't want anymore. Because he bought me a truck for Valentine's Day from Illinois wholesaler, from Grant Claire, who did amazing for him. He could testify that he bought that vehicle for me for Valentine's Day. But guess who didn't let me keep it when I left his ass? Because he's a fucking pedophile. Yes, I said it. That video that David Moore doesn't want to unleash in court, shame on you. Shame on you for allowing a child to be subject to a man like that when you have proof that you could prove in court to prove that that little girl is with her abuser. Shame on you. Anyway, moving on. This is my proof of my stuff that I have that I owe Parkland College for those court fees for protecting children that aren't protected right now because people don't like to listen to me. But Amber Lee, she knew what she was talking about. And guess who's my family? Amber Lee Shalecki is my family. Do you know who else is my family? Alea's father, Patrick Sample. That's another person that's in my family. He's from Arizona. My other roots are in Mesa, Arizona. That's where my grandmother and them lived. That is where Monsina lived when she died. Monsina Thompson is my grandmother. Let's see here. Now I have, these are my applications for things to get help with a car loan that's been declined because, well, my credit has been ruined because of everybody else and not myself. Hey, these are some child support checks that I'm not even getting right now. These are the last two because, well, they're being mailed to an address that isn't mine because, well, this is what happens to me. And unfortunately, my son Ethan is suffering for that. And I've been trying to get him to meet with me so that we can set up a paper for him to get his own child support card because he's 18 now and the money goes to him, not me. These two checks, by the way, once I finally got them cleared from the bank, I went to the bank and withdrew the money and sent it to my son because it's not mine, it's his. His child support has always been used for him, not my own personal gain. I also, when I had surgery August 17th, I lost my phone because I couldn't afford to pay for it because Dorothy said she would help me and then didn't. I had a full hysterectomy, you guys. Do you know how long you're supposed to stay out of work for that? 6 to 8 weeks. Guess who went to work after 2.5 weeks of having a full hysterectomy? Hi, my name's Leslie, and I did it no problem, and I felt like $1,000,000. No sweat on me. It's been my life forever and eternity. So, moving on from that, I did, however, still keep insurance on my son's car. Even though I didn't have a car to drive, I still have paid the insurance on my son's car until I couldn't pay it anymore. And guess what happened? Well, I'm not going to go there, but let's just say that somebody hit my son and he almost fucking died. And then when he's telling me that just, however, this last week that somebody robbed him at gunpoint, I'm telling you guys, this mama ain't playing. I'm about to get my hands, not my hands, because my hands are never dirty, but I will put myself in some dirty ass situations to save my motherfucking kid. Okay? Especially my number one. Don't fuck with my number one. Because you are going to see the ugliest demon you ever seen named Lilith come out of me when it comes to him. This is my W-2, you guys, from the Sydney Saloon that I worked at starting in December of last year. That I worked at until July. Yeah, until June. I think June, actually. June is when I quit because, well, they were trying to kill me too. It says that I made a whopping $2,092.11. That's all I made in 8 months, you guys. You know, I reached out to them and asked them for a 1099 from the general manager who is the one that paid me. But I was shunned and told that I would have to get with Eddie and Linda on that. No, bitch. You're the one that has had control of all of that and can give me what I need, but you refuse to. But guess what? I have a planner that I wrote how much I made cash every single time. For good reason. Because guess what? I'm going to file on my taxes that I was self-employed and worked for my fucking self if you're not going to give me what I fucking need. Moving on. Verizon, fuck you. You did nothing but fuck me with your stupid fine print lines that you don't like to say, and I'm not paying you another fucking dime. That can stay on my credit. I don't care. Then we got the Aaron's Ammons Champaign County Clerk. Guess why I couldn't vote, you guys? Because my ex-husband commits fraud with the mail service while he opened up other people's mail at Midwest Fiber from the post office since they have their bailers go there for their cardboard under contract. Yeah. Yeah, y'all don't like the secrets I'm going to tell, because they shouldn't be secrets, because you shouldn't ask people to keep secrets, and you should never ask a child to keep a secret for you, because it's wrong. I'm going to turn this in, but I just haven't yet, because this isn't going to be my permanent address, you guys, but I would really like to vote. I mean, as my right as an American, I would really like to vote, and I've never been able to, because, well, somebody's always stolen my identity. Let's see what else we have here. Longview Sydney Bank. See, this proves that I deposited $1 in there, you guys, but I still can't access my card or anything. Well, because I got a card instead of waiting for it to come in the mail. And when you do that, they don't tell you that you can't use it because you never set up a PIN number or anything. Why didn't you guys tell me that, knowing that I didn't have any way to use any money? Shame on you for that, too. You can still make it right, though. I'm not mad. Oh, this is my Cash App card, too, that came here. But I can't use it because it's blocked for some reason. I wonder who did that. This is just showing that I've been going to Parkland College for a long time. We already know that. Oh, this is the bogus-ass contract with Stevie's signature on it that I was not a witness to because Dorothy manifested this, and this is why this bitch has my dog. My dog, who you guys have seen pictures of, my Luna baby, I picked her up in Indiana. That is my dog all the way, trust me, because she got an attitude and she is high maintenance for days and can't nobody else take care of her but me. And the fact that I had to buy her dog food and everything else, and while I was over there recently, I'm the one that was taking her out. I'm the one that walked her. Go on Pennsylvania Street and ask the whole fucking neighborhood whose dog that is, because I'm the one that was outside with her. And the fact that you don't even have the money to take care of her and you're withholding my dog from me really pisses me off. So my dog's name is Luna. Luna Danner was... and she's a Pomeranian mix, small black, silver in color, and her date of birth is 9/5/2020. Her microchip number is 985141004539235. The new owner is Stephanie Hosmer, who lives at 1212 Pennsylvania Avenue, Urbana, Illinois. That is where my American Legion ring is as well, along with her stupid cursed objects that she decided to put in her fucking freezer against my soon-to-be husband, who I would love to marry, but people try to keep us away from each other. And, well, that's just bogus as fuck. Y'all fucking suck. So it is what it is. These are all my certificates that I've already shown you guys of everything that I've done. Trauma 101. This certifies that I did adverse childhood experiences. First aid. I have all my stuff too. Cobra Venture. All of it. People don't like to believe me. Hey, look, this is where I did Cobra Venture, you guys. This is where I created Advocated Amenity on May 23rd, 2020. Oh, sure. See, I wonder if you're okay, love, because I hope that you are. But look at that. Here's the little thing there. You see that? That's me, mother truckers. That's me. I did all of this. Did all of this on my own. This is my marriage license to Brian Danner. Let's see here. Gosh, I can't stand him. Oh, yeah, parents' A name, Dorothy Rosina Carlson. Oh, my God, Pastor Dorothy. Dorothy. I want this fucking annulled, because I am not going to have that on my record that I was ever married to a fucking man who molested his own supposed daughter, because that's another fact. I have an email from an actual DNA specialist that I paid for myself, that I actually checked that mark to be used in court, that states that Alea Danner is not Brian's biological daughter. Her father's name is Patrick Sample. And it's about time that people start fucking listening instead of all this due process shit while you're busy making people wait. You're causing so much chaos and so much pain for so many kids. And it's disgusting. Again, disgusting. So then we move on to Winston's old bank. Yeah, who has blocked me on everything even though I wasn't stalking them. All I did was say, you do not have my consent to use my stuff. And then I was shunned. Go figure. This message is for Tony also, as I really pray for you, Jeff, because I trusted you. You trusted me. You didn't tell me that you were in this kind of situation, so I really hope you get out of it too. They offered me a manager position. Told me that they were going to change the hours from 3 to 10 instead. and that they were going to bring hard liquor in, but not as shots, just as, you know, a thing. And everybody knows because I was talking about all this. But then I sounded like a crazy person because they would never follow through on anything. So I made all these plans for how much I was going to make and what I was going to do by what they told me and by, well, estimating what I already made, because I actually made really good money, you guys. I could prove from July that I made over $40,000 at Winston's old bank. And that's when these come in, because these were my pay stubs that they gave me, you guys, in emails like this. So when I tried to get a vehicle, and I just want to point out that I have access to every employee's information there, because they gave it to me like that. Sorry, Jeff, not sorry. You should have protected yourself better, buddy, because you didn't protect me. Which also shows for Longview Bank that I deposited all my checks there. And I can prove that as well as soon as they finish giving me what I need. But I haven't had a vehicle to go pick all that up. Oh, this is just my T-Mobile receipt showing that I own my own phone in my own name, you guys. And somebody stole a phone from me, actually a phone and a watch in Sydney recently, because I left it there for Justin, but somebody took it. Somebody stole it. As far as my other identity and my wallet and another box that I had dropped off on his doorstep for him, which is not stalking, you guys. I wasn't stalking because I wasn't actually there. I was just showing him like some information because people like to lie on me. But thankfully, Damon Hubert, buddy, love you. I'm so sorry that town has tried to erase you, but he actually has my stuff right now and he's keeping it safe. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to be coming by soon to get it. It's just that Sydney town, well, they fucking hate me, and for good reason. Got more of these. You want one? Because I can give you one too. I've had T-Mobile for a long time, you guys, though. They trusted me. I trusted them. I've had their internet service for a long time, and actually, yeah, they're pretty amazing. These are also how I received my credit card tips from Winston's old bank right here. All in cash, you guys. Why is that? Why can't I prove that I worked for you to get a car loan right now? This is the Firestone place that I already talked about that charged me $298 for remove rusted broken dipstick. I cannot lie to you. That is literally what it says right there. For a transmission that was going out that they didn't tell me until after I paid $500 to pick up my truck, which wouldn't work anymore. Which I actually then sold legitly to an amazing man who just moved to Sydney, who I would go to buy another vehicle. His name's Gibrion, and I hope I said that right, because without him saying it in front of me, for me to mimic what he says, it's kind of hard. But we had an agreement here, and he paid me $500 for this car. And then that $500 was taken by Dorothy because she bullies me and takes all my money. Let's see, I got my PNC bank, which is also still trying to due process, I guess, keep my money for me. Why could my best friend, who also banks at PNC yesterday, not wire transfer me money straight to my account? It would not let her. Why? So instead, we decided to go past that and go through Zelle. Why is my money still not on there? It's still pending, you guys. Government really wants to shut me up. I get it. So like I've been saying, if you guys happen to see me actually come up missing, it's because somebody probably shot me in my fucking head. Because they really want me to be quiet. But that's the best thing about me is I'm not going to fucking be quiet. Go ahead and fucking murder me. I don't give a fuck anymore. But you won't, because, well, I have all this evidence and then the whole world's gonna know. What about the Espion list, you guys? What happened to Chester? What happened to all these greats, Robin Williams, all these people that tried to tell their story about sexual harassment and then they just get erased? Erased. I won't be erased. I'm too talented for that. I see that Jeremy Harper's watching, and I just want to tell you, if you're in Florida, I love you, bro. I miss you. We need to collaborate some music together, because now that I have my own bass guitar and I know how to play it, and I have a piano, and I have a flute, and I have a tambourine, and I have a harmonica, and I have an electric guitar waiting for me at Rush Hour or Gold Rush too. You know, I got to finish paying it off. And my mother, Mary, actually has my first guitar that was ever given to me on my 16th birthday. It's an acoustic guitar, and it is there waiting for me, and I cannot wait to pick it up. So I want to get with you and Tom Grassman because I want to help with the band, with teaching kids. That's what I want to do. You guys ever watch the video? Tool. 10 and 2. I can't. It's coming to me. Somebody help me here. But the kids. There's a YouTube video of kids who redid the Tool song. And gives me chills every time. I am a huge Tool fan. I loved the Perfect Circle. I'm more of a Perfect Circle girl than Tool. But they came out with a new album called Eat the Elephant. And there are 2 songs on there. One's called Delusion. Amazing. Another one, Talk, Talk, Talk. Talk, 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 you guys. Let it out. I love Maynard. I am like, y'all thought I loved Marilyn Manson? Oh, I did. But Maynard, Dave Grohl, all of those people, Alicia Keys, John Mayer. Look, Jeremy knows that I got talent because he is the one that did acoustic karaoke at Derailed. He did acoustic karaoke at Goldie's. His presence has been everywhere in the music industry here in Champaign-Urbana. Mad props to you, buddy. I really do miss you. I can't wait to see your face, and I'm even willing to come to Florida so we can hang out and have a drink or something because I love Florida. The music talent there, amazing. You're in Fort Myers area, right, I believe? I have somebody I know there named Savannah Leslie that does tattoos. I only met her through my son's dad, but I'm coming there to get my Michael Myers tattoo. Or my Tank Girl, or maybe both. I haven't decided yet. But it's happening. It's all going to happen, you guys, because I'm back at school. I am going to have my bachelor's in less than 2 years because I only have 33 credits to go, and I'm doing 17 right now. Yep, because that's the kind of shit I do. Take shit, don't take shit, take names is what I do, and I still truck on like I always do. All right, you guys, this Sunday church service is over. I'm going to head out. If you missed it, well, it'll be on here for 30 days, and you can rewatch it as much as you want. Feel free to share it. If I do not have my settings to where you can share a story of mine, please let me know because I'm still new to this and I'm learning. Okay, I'm always up for learning. So if you have any advice for me, I'm all ears. If you want to shun me or tell me I can't do something, I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself. Or I'm going to tell you that you can go right down this way and then turn a left and then you can fuck yourself because I'm tired of letting people tell me what to do. So happy Sunday, y'all. Trust in God always. God bless.